I think everybody needs training. I mean, I do. I think all of my colleagues do. And law enforcement and other officials working in closed institutions are no exception. And training gives people a sense of being professionals. Training together helps build team work and also a consistent approach. But more importantly, you need ongoing training, because let's face it, working in a closed institution is one of the hardest, most important things that staff do for the public. And ongoing training can help support the people who have the strength to be the whistleblowers, or who have the strength to just confront their colleagues and say, no, that's not on.
I mentioned that these immigration areas are grey areas of detention. They are not regimented. Therefore, wardens or keepers of these detention centers, actually they need a great deal of human rights education. They are not quite fully aware of human rights. And those things we are anxious to collar. People denying food, people made to sleep on the floors, things like that.
National human rights institutions need to look at how they can effectively educate both those who've got direct responsibility and duties to those in their care and the wider community. And I think we can do this in a number of ways. I mean, clearly the New Zealand Human Rights Commission is working with, for example, the New Zealand Police to integrate the human rights approach and human rights standards into all aspects of their training and professional development. Similarly, I'm very clear that that needs to happen for prison officers, for correction officers. Equally, it needs to happen for staff in health facilities.
We use the adult participatory approach of teaching, and during the sessions we have several interactions with the prison officers. We give them situations so that they can express their own difficulties, they come out with their own problems, because at first they are so aloof and indifferent, and then we see the change happening and they become very active, participatory, they give out their views, but they are not used to giving out their own views. So during these sessions they are very much involved.
Once you bring in the training, say that this is torture, the forms of torture that you address, and you say that this is made, you as a person will be made accountable, and that the crime is individual, and that as an official, even if you are given instructions to carry on torture, you will be made accountable. You have to know that this is a crime according to our own legislation, according to international standards, human rights standards. The officials start to be a bit cautious, and they would think twice.
We have a weekly trainings. We are implementing these trainings at the Police Academy, and we have that opportunity to talk, to have that debate, to have that discussion through these trainings with the officers, with the directors of the prisons. And this is very important. And they know that we are talking from our experience in the ground, because we are somehow now they start to look at us as as partners, and they want to make that changes with us, because they start to say that you know about human rights standards and issues, and you can assist us. And now this is very important,